to Trading 101. Today we're going to talk about developing discipline. So at this point in the series, you might actually be wondering why I'm addressing so much of trading psychology and not actually talking about trading indicators, different types of trading. But this is primarily because so many traders jump right into the technical aspects and completely ignore trading psychology until they get into trading and they start doing it and they're failing. So it's actually one of the things that I believe should be addressed at the beginning before you even start trading, definitely while you're paper trading, but not something that you wait until you're failing to address. So only about 10% of traders are even successful, and I believe that this is actually one reason why, because they wait to address huge problems in their personality when they should have been doing that from the beginning. So it's extremely important to address these issues before entering the market. And it's key to develop discipline and mental toughness before you even begin to trade. Otherwise, the market's just going to destroy you. Discipline will help you control distractions, follow through with your plans, and get things done through controlling how reactive your brain is. Fortunately, between neuroscience, Stoicism, and Buddhism, we have a pretty good toolkit to help us stop being so reactive. So even if you aren't especially lazy, your brain definitely is. People don't want to do things that aren't easy because the brain doesn't want to waste the energy. So anytime you do something difficult, you probably aren't going to enjoy very much. And this world just isn't designed for the way that our brains are now. Everything in our environment demands our attention nearly all the time. And everything is kind of working against us when we have goals to accomplish and want to actually complete tasks. Our phone dings letting us know we have a message, or emails, some kind of alarm goes off, bells and whistles are going off around us, alerting us to different things. And our phone is basically beckoning us and letting us know that we need to come heed its call and perform a task. So it's basically dictating what we're doing. And on top of that, every advertisement and app we have installed is constantly competing for our attention as well. The Stoic Epictetus once said, "If a person gave away your body to some passerby, you'd be furious. Yet you hand over your mind to anyone who comes along, so that they may abuse you, leaving it disturbed and troubled. Have you no shame in that?" And this is really what we're doing when we get upset or we use our phone and let it dictate our activities. We're no longer in control, we've lost our agency, and we're allowing this dinging computer basically to control our actions. So when we're in a position where we're just reacting to stimuli because it's constant and relentless, this also means we're more likely to make poor decisions and less likely to accomplish our goals. Being reactive means we're not in control because we're allowing the environment to control our behavior. When we're in this state, we're just reacting to stimuli and never creating and following through with a plan of action that would actually help us determine our responses. This is a lack of agency, and it means that we're always waiting for someone or something else to feed us with stimuli in order to generate a response. We're not masters of our own fate. We need someone to make our phone ding, or we need to set alarms, or we need to wait for an email in order to let us know what we should be doing rather than just setting aside time for the task that we need to complete. So how do we learn to control our environment and therefore the context? So the easiest way to control the context is to make the distractions more difficult to come by. And this means putting your phone out of reach, or the cookie jar out of reach, or video games out of reach, whatever the distraction is for you, that is too easy to obtain, that sucks you in, that's a time waste. So when you have fewer potential distractions nearby, you're going to be less reactive in your environment. So what can you do when you're in an environment and you're faced with something that's trying to pull you into this reactive mode, like your phone or a video game that's sort of triggering you? When something or someone is calling for your attention, you should stay calm and pause for a moment. Talk to yourself about what your task is and ask yourself if the distraction is key to your success or a detriment to it. When we don't pause, we allow our reptile brain to take over and bad things tend to happen. We react automatically with terrible instincts that are ill suited for the modern world that we're living in. These situations that are stressful, or any situation that just causes us to be reactive, takes this rational part of our brain offline and engages the reptile brain. And that makes us very stupid. It's only by pausing and letting our thinking engage that we can actually bypass the potential nightmares that come from letting the reptile brain take over. We can start by thinking about our goals, much like the Stoics and Buddhists have taught for centuries. State what your goals are and what you have to do to achieve those goals. Ask yourself where the action you're about to take is leading you. Is it in line with your goals? Are your thoughts and impulses that you are having helpful in serving you in some way that is key to your goals? Or is it just the result of conditioning, fear, or instincts coming out in a way that isn't ultimately helpful to you or the goals that you've chosen? When you think about what your goals are, when you're distracted or tempted by a distraction, it gives you a sense of control in your brain. And so then your brain releases dopamine and it leads to positive feelings that actually will end up motivating you. So when you're calm and thinking about your goals, you now have to start making very deliberate choices and decisions that are no longer just reactions to stimuli. When you actually stop to pause and make the choice not to give in to distraction, it actually makes it easier not to engage in the behavior you're trying to avoid. Making decisions pulls you away from negative distractions and impulses, and unhelpful routines as well. After you've stopped, thought about what you wanted, and actually made a decision, it's time to actually act on your decision and follow through with your goals. Even the tiniest step towards your goal moves you in that direction that is positive and stops you from feeling overwhelmed, and it helps you feel more accomplished. So these things will help you develop discipline, build it over time, and help you achieve your goals, which becomes a reinforcement for continuing to do that in the future for both your trading and personal goals.